There is nothing quite like a tier list to get the raid community talking, angry, and in an uproar. Except for just about everything Plarium has done over the last 4 years. But aside from everything Plarium has done over the last 4 years, there's nothing like a tier list to get the community talking, engaged, and probably disagreeing with everything I say. So, what better Monday morning fiasco than to make a tier list? Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Madcapper and there's another video on Raid Shadow Legends. Today, yeah, that's right, we're going to do a tier list. Hey everyone, I just wanted to hijack this for a quick moment for two things. Number one, this video in 24 hours, whoever gives me their code in the comments down below, along with whatever you think about this silly little tier list of mine, you will have a chance to win one of 3 prizes of 300 gems as part of the Shield Maiden Challenge that we had participated in earlier in February. Also, there will be 540 gem giveaway opportunities that I will draw on Friday night right after dark. That's when I like doing that live, so there's no shenanigans. Either way, put it on now, one of the next 24 hours, so tomorrow at this time, which is 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Nope. Central Standard Time, I will gather 3 winners and they will get 300 gems. And they will not be taken out for the 540. The 540, everyone's back in. I need your code from Plarium, from the game, from Raid Shadow Legends, and you have a chance to win an Ancient Shard plus 540 gems. We'll be giving away 5 of those on Friday to be delivered around March 10th. So once again, for those who don't know, you go to your little profile pic, then you go to info, and there's the code right there. You put that in your comment along with whatever you want to say about the tier list, and you have a chance to win 24 hours, 300 gems, Friday, 540 gems and Ancient Shard. So, now onto the show. The 900 Fragment tier list, and that is a tier list of all the epics available for you in or from getting fragments from the secret rooms in the Doom Tower normal. There are 9 of them available, and I gotta tell you, this is my second filming. My first filming was longer than I wanted, so we're gonna do this a little bit quicker. Let's do this right here. Here's the tier list. Here's the champions. I'm gonna move myself over just a bit so you can see all 9 of them. There we go. So we've got and we have them in the wrong order, so we're gonna put them back in order. You go there, and then you go there, no, there, you, then you, yes, then you're at the very end, and then you're there, and then you're there. All right, I think, let me double check that. Helmet, Akoth, Rion, Darkkel, Gwyneth, Taya, Z or Zai, Liburga, and Karth. Good. So that is the group. That is the one we're tier listing. I'm going to give you a quick blurb as to why I put them where they do. But overall, let me know if it pisses you off or not. Just leave me a comment. Okay, so first one, Archmage Helmet, really good early game champion, strong skill set, a little bit weak on the aura, and will, he's mainly used for arena, which I think you'll find him get zoned out by just better champions as you progress in the game. Overall, I'm going to give him an A. His accessibility is great. You're going to get him early game, and he's going to be boss for you. I don't want to quite put him in the S because I feel he does fall off late, although his skill set on his A3 is useful. Crit damage, crit rate, and attack, I believe. So getting all 3 of those buffs is nice. But I just think that there are other champions that have what you need out of that. They have crit damage, attack already, so we're just going to leave it at 8 for now. Akoth the Seared, we're going to put a B tier. He does have an AoE HP burn that is situational on how many living enemies. Good for Spider. Might be good for Doom Tower Hard. We'll see on the Ice Golem. But overall, I think there's better champions than him for this. I think affinity might also be an issue with him. His affinity is... yeah, magic affinity HP burn. It depends. He might be an A tier after the Doom Tower comes up, after the hard level dungeons come up. But right now we're gonna put him at B. And same for Orion. Some people are really hot on her, and I get that it's an AoE cleanse, and the ability to put a weaken on the enemy. But I don't know. I don't know what it is about her. Sorry, when I say cleanse, I meant strip. She's got removes all buffs from all enemies and places a weaken on it. So from that perspective, on a 3-turn cooldown, that's really, really, really good. On the flip side, it takes you. Well, she's the third one, so that's 90. What is it? 300 fragments, which is like I think you would get her 3 rotations, you'd have some overflow, 6 rotations, you'd have 4. So I would say 9 rotations to get her. So 9 months to get her in this game. Is she going to be that useful in that case? And, good, but I really feel like maybe she's A tier. I'm going to put it at the top of B tier. But I'm not going to go, I can't go any further. I can't do any further than that. No. Nope. Not gonna happen, my friends. Yeah. So I'm gonna put her at top of B tier. She's probably A tier, and I'm being an idiot. Kale, S tier. Poison explosion, poisons. He's amazing. He's got decreased attack. He's got everything you need from a champion in many areas of the game. He's part of endgame content. Speed runs for Ice Golem. Is it gonna change? Yes. But I think he'll still be useful. Can be useful in the clan boss. His biggest downside is how long it takes to get him. I really like the champion. I really think he's strong. So we're going to put him in the S tier. Gwyneth, D tier. I don't like her. I know she's triple single target, which is really hard to use. It takes so long to get her. And then by then, you're just going to have better nukers. I mean, it's so situational with her kit. The kit looks fun. But there's just better champions out there. Her multipliers look good. But are they good enough? Not quite. Again, single target champions got to have a little bit more about them for me to put them higher up. Taya is a good clan boss poisoner, but was very underwhelming. She's not a great one, and I was surprised. I thought she'd be better. I plugged her into mine, and she was one of the worst ones. I was very underwhelmed. Part of it is because she does a poison explosion. And that's not very useful for clan boss because you're having the amount of damage. You got time. You don't need to explode them because they're going to tick. Now, the advantage of explosion is if you're putting up so many poisons that you were wasting poisons, then maybe the poison explosion would be kind of cool. You put her with maybe Urticata, where you're just putting so many poisons up and exploding some to make room for new ones. Might be a good idea, but man, that seems like a little weird way to do it. Or maybe extending and then exploding them. I don't know. There might be opportunity here, but I just think overall she was a little underwhelming, so we're going to put her at C. Zai, also D tier, although I think I like her before Gwyneth. She's got a cool little thing where she can, if she kills someone, she puts block damage on herself. She also self-buffs both attack and crit damage, but her multiplier is a little weaker than Gwyneth, so it's like your trade-off. And she's got the exact same abilities, more or less, than Faceless Void. Now, Faceless only puts a buff on himself for the crit rate. She does crit damage and attack, but he ignores defense, which is a way stronger scaling skill. And so I just find her to be less, and again, how long it takes to get her, a couple years almost, or more than 2 years, depending on your propensity to play and when you started. So overall, just not a big fan. Now we're going to put definitely A tier Liburga. She is crazy good for the clan boss. She does so much damage. Her failing, if there was one, is the fact that it takes 2 plus years to get her. So that makes it a little bit more difficult for me to really like her. In that S tier. If you could get her in the first couple rotations, she'd be an S tier. Just because of how much damage she does. But chances are, you've got a team, you're one king Ultra Nightmare by the time you get her. Are you going to explode your team just to put her in? Nah, not unless there's like, oh, I want this champion somewhere else. Like, oh, I want this Geomancer at different speeds because I need him somewhere else. Then maybe you do it, but chances are you're just going to be fine with this, and you probably won't use her, which is unfortunate because she's a nice little hidden gem. And then finally, the last of the list. I'm having problems here. I'm gonna put her here. Karth, I just did a video on her. Man, I kind of. No, I'm putting her in B tier. I think she's a B tier. She does really good. She scales really good at protection. She puts shields up. She extends, or doesn't extend, but increases those shields with her passive. She has Strengthen, which is a solid skill that not near enough champions have, and I don't think we understand how important that is. It doesn't care about defense. So champions that ignore defense don't ignore Strengthen, and Strengthen just makes you stronger, right? And Strengthen, so you can take more damage, or you can reduce more damage, I guess would be the better way to put it. So very strong skill overall. She also puts a revive on death for herself, which makes her Hydra compatible. Overall, I really liked her. I really appreciate it, but she's so long to get that I can't quite put her in that A tier. But I think she's fine there in that B tier. And there we go. I think that's it. Again, Kale, his whole kit is so good that even it takes a while to get him, people are still using him in the end game. That should tell you how good he is. Archmage Helmet, probably very close to Kale in his overall ability. He's very accessible, but I think he falls off on his key attributes. He falls off really quickly, and that is for the for the arena mainly. Liburga, again, very strong, very useful, just so long to get. Over 2 years to get her. So probably you're not going to use her, which is unfortunate because I think she's so strong in Demetha comps especially. But anywhere where you have 2 damage dealers, she's the other damage dealer. She's just very, very, very strong. Rion, situationally really good. Probably could argue that she's an A, but the rest of her kit doesn't really do much for me. I think it's less impactful than I'd like it to be. She is a stripper. So, you know, anytime you get a stripper, you have to at least look at the A. But I'm going to give her the high B. Akoth has HP burn. HP burn is very useful in this game nowadays. But it's situational and it's a little janky, so that's why he's in B. Karth would probably be an A tier support if she wasn't 3 years down the road. Taya, very underwhelming. Only reason she is C tier instead of D tier is because she actually can be used in the clan boss, even though she was considerably weaker than Liburga. And there might be room for her, a home for her in the future with explosion abilities, given that these new Doom Tower Dungeon Hard are out there. And then yeah, they're nukers. They're not top tier nukers. They're kind of next level nukers. And frankly, they're all single hitters. And there's just better options out there for single hitters, like Gala Longbraids, like Faceless, like Deathhound. If you guys remember him, I've been trying to do a video featuring him, but it's just I can't find the right. I have to wait till later in the week when I can actually get some good champions to hit against. But overall, here we are. Let me know in the comments down below. What do you think? And that's it. So please be kind, be safe. We'll see you in the next video.